guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to continue our build on the GX200 clone. We're going to go ahead and put in the flywheel and the starter and get that ready to go. So I'm going to put this camera down, and what we'll do is we'll put it on a tripod, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay guys, so this was the cover that was on there originally. I think you can see that. This is going to have to come off. So what we'll do is I'll get my ratchet and see where we're at and remove that. If I'm not mistaken, oh, that's actually a bigger. Really? Let's see. No. Okay, hold on. I think that's a 10 mil. That's definitely not a 10 mil. Is that a 10 mil? That is a 10 mil. Okay. So we'll remove this flare here because this is not the right one for the starter kit. There is a couple that we'll have to remove. I just want to make sure that I can actually get the starter in there properly. And that's just a cover for the wire. I'll remove that completely. And I'll grab the kit and I'll show you. There we go. That I might be able to put back on. There we go. That's it. Okay, so let's see what this kit looks like. So if I'm not mistaken, that goes back on there, just like that. And that is here just like that. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm hoping you can. Let's take a look. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Just like that. Now, does this rubber have to be on there? I don't think so, but let's see how we can make that one fit on there. Yeah, they're both the same, so they should be able to go on there. So that just slips in like so. That works. The wire goes through there like that. Okay, so let's grab the starter. So this starter, if I'm not mistaken, goes in like so. So there's two slot areas here for it. The interesting part, is that's not tapped or drilled. So that's not good. Okay, so we're gonna have to drill that out. That's not good. So that goes in here like so. Like that. So the marking's there, but it's not drilled out. Damn. Okay, so that means we gotta drill that out. these are pretty long. So we're just gonna mark these. I'm gonna get a marker, I'll mark this for the depth. We don't need it that deep because we gotta go into the starter, the thickness of the starter, but we'll go in as far as we can. Of course, when I need a marker, I can't find one. There we go. We'll put that up against the screw here. We'll just make a block mark on this drill bit. I got a top ready for it, so that's good. And we'll go in. Oh. Okay, I think we're good. Wondering if I drilled through that already. Yep. All right. We should be okay. So let's get that top in there. Where did I put the top? That's right there. That one should be good. And that should fit. Beautifully. Okay, we're good. All right, so now we can get back to putting that in. So these are quite long, but I'm thinking that it should work out quite well because, you know, one of the longer ones on this side, as we're going through the thickness of the starter, right? So that goes there, and this one's smaller. And that goes there like so. So that one's got to be shorter and this one's longer. Okay. So let's get a little bit of Loctite on this. Get that on there. And this one's slightly shorter. that one on there. A nice little torque. All right, I think we're good. Check these, these are tight. Okay, so there was this kick plate that covered the wires here. Like so. I'm going to put that one back on there. Or do we have to? Oh, okay, hold on a second, guys. I messed up. All right, so this has got to be mounted under that starter. So let me take this one out. I'm wondering if I can put the longer screw through that. Okay, let me loosen that other side up a bit. Okay, so that's hitting. So we just gotta carve that a bit. Okay, let me get a pair of snips and see if I can make this fit better. Okay, so let me try that again. Let's get that wire out of there for a minute. Yeah, it keeps hitting there. And we're just gonna cut it a little more. straighten it out after, but. Okay, where am I hitting? I'm hitting there. And I'm hitting here. Okay. Okay, we got it. That should do it perfectly. Just take a touch more. We're good. Where we need to be. Let me straighten this out. Okay, real sharp. I'm gonna just grind that down just a bit, clean it up a little. We don't want to cut themselves with this blade thing. All right. That's looking pretty good, guys. And we know it fits, so that's awesome. Perfect. I'm just going to put this short one in here, just to hold her in place for now. And I want to see if I can get a longer one in this. How much longer is that? No, that might work. Let's see. Let's try this longer one and see if it goes through. If not, I'll put the other one back in. Okay. I think we're good. Of course, I forgot to put the wire through. Oh shit. All right. Take it out. That was a dumb move, but oh well. All right, we'll move that. Put this back in. All right. Okay, that's nice and snug, guys. We did it. Now, get that back on its side. So this is the plate that comes on there, and that's to cover the wiring. And if I'm not mistaken, that one should go. And they sent me another one too, but that one should go on there just like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think it goes on the up side. Hold on. Like that. Okay, so that's in, guys. So what we need to do now is, of course, make sure everything's in there properly, and it looks pretty good. Happy with that. You gotta fix that. That's bent. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so far so good. A little bit of a hiccup, but nothing too much, which is not too bad. Okay guys, so this is the old flywheel, and this is a new one. Now the difference, of course, is this one's got teeth for the starter, okay? This one does not. They both have the coil magnets or magnetos underneath for the charge. They're both, alignment is identical, which is awesome. So we'll be able to get that on there without any problems. So let me put this camera down and put it on the tripod, and let's get that on. All right, so get this old one out of the way. I'll get the new one in, let's move that over a bit. Now the pin's still in there, which is awesome. That should go in beautifully. I'm going to give it a little bit of a love tap. Actually, let's just make sure it doesn't hit anything. It's not hitting anything, which is awesome. Give it a little bit of a love tap. Perfect. Got good clearance on everything, which is awesome. Okay, so we need the shroud that goes on top of that. And the cup. Alright, so there's a shroud, and of course you can tell that it's got a cutout, okay? And it's got pegs at the back of it. And the pegs and the cutout got to match up. Just like so, okay? So does that. It's got the 3 larger pins. And when you're putting that in, they will have to line up. And we just got to make sure they line up. And it's not lining up. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna just find out what's going on with this thing. Okay, so we got that peg right there. That peg is right there. And that's that. And we'll need a bolt. Okay, we'll torque that down. Let me just get the right ratchet for it. If I remember correctly. That's the right one. Okay guys, so that's it. What I'll do is I'll get a torque ratchet and make sure that's about 45 pounds, between 40 and 45 pounds. And we'll take it from there. But I'm pretty sure I'm close to that already. Next is we'll get the cover, we'll get the spark back on there. Okay, so with this thing, I know a lot of people think this is complicated. It really isn't. What you want to do with this thing is when you're installing it, okay, the spacing between that and that, okay, up against the flywheel should be about the thickness of a business card. And I've been using a business card every time I've done it, and I've never ever had a problem. Works great. It's going to clean this thing up a bit. I'm just wondering if we should have it. No, we'll have it mounted this way, just like so. And then we'll get a business card in there and we'll be good. Okay, and then we'll tighten that up. We'll put Loctite on those nuts and bolts there too, and we should be good. Let me clean this up. Okay, so I've got my business card. Okay, so that's going to go in there like that. The wire's going to come up and around from behind. So what I'm going to do is I'll get these ready with some Loctite. One. Two. All right, so what we'll do is we'll just tuck that wire up and out of the way for a minute. If I'm not mistaken, that's how she's going to go. Get that hand tightened in there for now. Okay, so I've got my business card in there, as you can see. Okay, and then we'll just tighten this up. pretty good. Torque it down a bit. On. Okay, so the ground wire will go in here, and this wire will tuck right in behind here. There's a channel, like so, and then it'll run down under here. And we got it right there, which is perfect. Okay, now you can strap that down if you like, but you don't really need to, and that's going to go there to the ground. Business card slides nice and easy, and that goes back on there. There we go. So that's good. All right, we'll keep this business card for the next project. They're becoming harder to find these days. All right, so we're looking good. So what we want to do now is we want to get the facing on. But what I want to do is I want to take that casing off again, just in case, because when I drilled through that, it did poke through. I just want to make sure that I didn't get any aluminum filings in there. I'm a little worried that I did. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do that first and make sure that I didn't screw that up. You don't want to do all this work and then screw that up. So I'll do that and then make sure that it's clean. And then we'll put the casement on. So the casement, basically, if I'm not mistaken, should fit on pretty straightforward. And take that off. Just make sure it fits. And it does. Looking good. There we go, guys. Starter mount. There we go. I think we're good. We got clearance. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, we should be able to stretch that a bit. This thing, when I got it, was bent, and I straightened it out. So it's a little wonky, but it should be okay. All right. So guys, I am glad I took that out. You can see that I've got bits from the drilling out of the starter. And you can see in that corner where you see the actual head, and there's a little bit of flake there. So what we'll do is we'll clean that back up again. I had a feeling that I went through, but that's okay. We'll clean it up and make sure that it's good. Okay guys, so I've got the carb mount cleaned up as best as I can. Not too bad. Did I have to clean it? Nah, I didn't have to. I just want to. If I'm not mistaken, that sits on there just like so. That holds the spark plug. That's perfect. Okay, so that's gonna go on next. I do have the ignition kit here. This one actually mounts, if I'm not mistaken, mounts like that onto that bolt and on one there. And I will do that when I do the actual rectifier and do all the wiring. We'll mount that on there. We'll just take that one out and put it in. For now, we'll get the carb in. Okay, drop that. And I'm dropping fuel everywhere, of course. And that one, if I'm not mistaken, goes like that. Okay, so that's that. She seems to be pretty clean. I'm just going to spray some brake clean on it, make sure she's clean. Yeah, she's really clean, which is nice. Okay. So we need the intake. So I got my intake here. My intake comes with a bunch of stuff that allows us to put it all together. Comes with new stems, spacer, actually comes with some new washers, which is awesome, and new bolts. Just take that spacer out, and there's that spacer, okay? That's a new washer, which is nice. And we most likely will put the new one on there. And the new one, if I'm not mistaken, goes like that. All right. Okay, so what we want to do is put these stems in. Just going to hand tighten them, guys. And when I put the bolts on, they should tighten up. Okay, so that's that. That's the intake. And if I'm not mistaken, that goes like that. And we got perfect clearance. Oh, yes. So there's a screw here. All right. That goes like that. We need to start a screwdriver. And that can just slides right back on top. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, that goes just like that. And we can tighten up that once I got it on. And that'll hold the throttle and choke down. Perfect, guys. We'll tighten that up. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm hoping you can, yeah. So these have Teflon washers, so I don't have to worry about that. Just remove this sticker. We'll just tighten it. So this isn't the star, it's an Allen key. And being just a little bit of a pain. So all this clip does is actually hold the choke down from moving. And this Allen key little thread here has actual Loctite on it, which is awesome. But we just got to get it snug. Just an awkward angle to tighten, but I got it. Now we're gonna have to play around with this carb anyway, so we'll have to jet it and get it ready. But for now, that's perfect. And of course, we'll have to do the throttle body and everything else. So we'll put that there. That's that. And then the gas line will go through there. Actually, this goes under and over. There we go. That's in nicely. And then that slides on just like that. Of course, we'll put that on. Oh, there she is, guys. She's looking pretty good. I'll need a, what do we need? Star screwdriver for that. There we go, guys. She's looking pretty good. Not bad at all. So guys, to recap what we've got done is we got the governor removed, and we got it removed properly and tapped off. We've got the starter mounted, which was a slight challenge, but we got her done. Flywheel installed, the intake installed. So this video is getting a little long, so we're going to be cutting it here. If you guys watched to this point, I really appreciate the support. Please like and subscribe. The next video coming up is we'll start off on the other side. We'll start off on the custom exhaust. See if we can get that Yami pipe to become a shorty and get that installed. We'll get the welder out and do some custom work on that. And do the wiring. So what we'll do is we're going to mount a rectifier on this so we can get the 2 coils wired up to the rectifier, so it'll help with running any electronics on your ride, also with charging of the battery, and then we'll get the clutch on. We'll also most likely make a motor mount so we can run and test this thing. I'm pretty sure we'll have to jet these carbs, so we'll have some fun. So guys, thank you so much for your support. Stay tuned. Next video coming soon.